YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of YouTube Tuesday with me, Barnabas Junction. Good evening, one and all. Thank you for joining us. Great to see already so many of you joining us. So, big thank you to all the channel member and supporters. There you go. You get a list of them there. And a little big thank you to the newest supporting channel member, Andrew Boone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So yes, lots of you, great to have you on board as channel members, and it's great to see so many supporting the channel, helping to bring this show to what it is that you like to join me and enjoy. What I'm going to do is this. So I'll just do that. So we've got a second camera on the screen tonight for you, and we've got a few trains running around. There we go. So second camera is just over to my right over there, and it's on the new corner, and you just see some trains coming around right now. There they are. So we've got DB Shankar 37, the Euro Phoenix 37 and the DRS 66. Great passing shot there of all three. Well, that was an excellent bit of timing, wasn't it? So if you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my screen here, so I can see everybody. So thank you everybody for joining us. Just make sure I'm, no it's not, I need to switch that to 720 because it's a little bit blurred. If your screen is a little blurred, if you're on a mobile device, click at the top of the screen, click on the three dots, select, I'll just click on it there, so select quality and up your quality to 720 if it's showing anything less. So thank you very much. Loads of you in the chat. Let's have a look at the chat. So before even the stream started, Finniston Central, I forgot it's Tuesday. How can you forget it's Tuesday? Beatenhoff Junction, it is Tuesday, Brian, don't worry. Wednesday, isn't it? Says Peter. No, it's not Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. So hello, Beatenhoff Junction, Pete Clark, Finniston Central, Digger Evans, hello, good evening to you. Pete Clark saying evening, Jason, evening to you also. Leamington Station, good evening all, and yes, Jason, trying to sort wiring to a three-way point crossover. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, they do. I've got a single slip over there, and that drove me a little bit crazy. Eagle Creek, member supporter, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Amtrak Junction, hello. It's saying good evening to Eagle Creek. That's Ray. Bamford Junction, good evening to you. Growler, Engage, welcome. Thank you for joining us, Ewan. Simon, Model Railway Showcase. The next YouTube stream is at 8 o'clock to Barnabas Junction. Call it Seafoam Trees. There are no catering facilities on board. Oh, I love them little. Cheers, Simon. They're brilliant. So yeah, saying good evening, Matthew Whitmore. Good evening to you. Who else? Say hello if you are in the stream. If you are new in the stream, let me know. It'd be great to see so many new ones. And there's a new one, Daniel's 00 Model Railways. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. If you are viewing and you're not already subscribed, then please do so. It is free to do it. And make sure you click on that bell and select all notifications to ensure you get notified when any video whatsoever is uploaded here at Barnabas Junction, as well as these YouTube Tuesday weekly shows on a Tuesday. Would you believe it? Dinmore Junction, good evening to you. Simo D, good evening. Vern Rosenthal, I'll say Vern because it's difficult to say. Good afternoon from Chicago. Welcome, Vern. Who else? CSX Rensville, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Sussex Disused Railways, good evening, Jack. Great to see you on board. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Today's been hectic. I really need to call you and Rach. Yes, you do. And that is Jack. That is his second channel. If you're not subscribed to him, then make sure you do. In fact, Sussex Disused Railways, we're going to have you as the very first shout out. I think it's great because Jack, it is his second channel. His first channel is Benton Model Railways. Sussex Disused Railways is his second channel, and he's focusing on, as it says, Sussex's disused railways. And he's done a few videos already, and I tell you what, I'll take me out after the live because he's really put his heart and soul into that. It's really, really good. Very interesting stuff as well, and I look forward to a lot more stuff. So yes, if one of my moderators would very kindly put a link in to Sussex Disused Railways, please do so. And get over to there. When you do subscribe, make sure you do interact with the channels and give it a thumbs up on the videos, and give it, obviously subscribe if you like that sort of stuff, and click the notification bell and select all as well. So there we go. That's great. At the beginning of the show, we got a very first model railway. It's not a model railway, it's a railway shout out, that one is. So it's great to have you here, Jack, as Sussex's Disused Railways channel. New Durham Junction, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us, Craig. Waterrow, good evening to you also. Dave Smith, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Not seen you for a while. Timber Surf, what a load of tax analysis. Yes. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Langton Road, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Donegal Dad, hello, Mark. Thank you for joining us. Hope you are well. Bamford Junction is doing the same. The next train at platform 4B, we'll be lucky because there is no platform 4B, will be the 8 o'clock direct rail service to Barnabas Junction, calling at Barnabas Junction where the train terminates. Change here for crew and Jason's Loft. Thank you. I like that one. Thank you very much, Bamford. I do like that one. Yes, Simon's Trains, yeah, saying I do like disused railways. Yeah, it's great. And I also watch, what's that gentleman and his wife? I've forgotten his name now, top of my head. They do a lot of disused railways as well. And I know they do like what Jack's doing as well. I'm keeping fine, says Ewan. Thanks, glad to hear you're well. Yes, indeed. So keep caught up with the chat just there. Have we had a link yet for the Sussex? There we go. Read my mind there, Flymo. Thank you very much, Flymo, for posting the link. And also, that's it. Paul and Rebecca Whitewick. Fantastic channel. I do like that one. If you like that sort of stuff, the real world, and you like looking back at stuff that was, stuff that Beeching took his axe to, then they're the type of channels you need to be checking out. Can't wait for June the 23rd when Boris says yes. Yes. And on that note, fingers crossed, if all goes to plan, and nothing, no goalposts get moved again and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, we could be seeing exhibitions coming very soon. Right, so I'll leave that screen on for a bit because I think you can see me quite well already. Leamington just subscribed to you, says Banford. Very good indeed. Right, so what we got is I'm going to tilt the camera down, this camera anyway, down here. Oh, what have I got? So I'll just get the camera in position for you. So I've got a load of sea foam. There we go. So you've got a good camera view. I've had this seam foam, excuse me, for about 2 years. And it just shows it lasts for a long time. And it's been in a bag. The bag is here. There's the bag. It's been in a carrier bag all that time. It is squashed up. So I'm going to be trying to do a little bit with it today, but not properly, because I spoke to Martyn about squished up sea foam, how to restore it. He says put it in warm water and then let it dry, and it will bush back out. Because as you can see, it's not bushed out as much. It's quite flat on some sides. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm going to grab a few pieces out of here, some of the small offcuts and bits and bobs, because we're going to have a look, see how actually how good this is for modelling. I have seen other people do a lot of stuff with this, even big twigs like that. Keep them because you can put them at the side. I do think this stuff is fantastic. Let me just move that. Good evening, Scrapline. I'm here for the Scenics. I'm always on your channel for the Scenics. Andy Hudson, good evening to you. Train Spotting with Daniel Ray, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got in this? Crossways Point Junction, Bernie, good evening. Hope you are well, my friend. Scrapline can smell Scenics a miles away. Yeah, he certainly can. He is the master of Scenics, in my opinion. Ultimately, it's probably some of the best Scenics I've seen around. There are absolutely loads of fantastic channels out there with fantastic Scenics, but Scrapline does do a superb job with his. So yeah, I've got quite a lot here, to be honest. Now this, what did come from Gauge Master. I took it out of its original packing because it was the bag burst. And in fact, can you hear me okay over the sound of the trains? If not, I'll just put. I'll stop them anyway. Just thought you might like to see a few trains on the screen as we're playing around. So there's a nice one there, isn't it? Just take the bits off, and as Martyn suggests, take the seeds off. That's quite a good one. That is. Take the big branch, big twigs out of it. They're in there. In fact, there's a nice little bush there. It's a nice one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a good rummage through this lot, because you see all the seeds. Very kindly, Martyn over at WWS very kindly sent this over, and it is the Progress Box. Now, I've been watching his weekly live streams on a Wednesday. If you haven't seen him, check it out. He does go to the WWS channel. Link is in the description of the video below. Watch his live streams. He does every Wednesday from 10 o'clock. And I've been absolutely amazed by what he's been doing on that channel at the moment. And he's very kindly sent this over for me to have a go of. What is it? Yeah, well, it's a Progress Box. And in here, let's open up those. We've got the box and wire. We've got a few samples. I've not actually looked in this. A few sample of some static grasses in there. 2 different types. Looks like that one looks like summer 2 mil, something like that, and that looks like autumn 2 mil. It's very similar to the ones I've got. Is it 2 mil? You might say in the paperwork. And I presume that's some of their basing glue. It doesn't say. Let me have a look at the instructions. Lovely. It always comes with some excellent paperwork. So we'll have a look at that. Honestly, I have not looked at this paperwork. So yeah, there's a leaflet there showing. In fact, let me turn that light off. It's reflecting on the camera, on the paper. Lovely little leaflet showing all the products that they have got available, and also the static grass. And in fact, where is it? Yes, there's the box actually in use on the paper. So yes, www. Lots of W's. www.wwscenics.com. There, go check it out. So many thanks to Martyn for sending this over. Very kindly sending this over. Instructions to use: evenly brush glue onto the surface where you want to apply the grass. Place the static grass onto the box's metal plate. Attach the crocodile clip to the tuft. Attach the crocodile clip to the model or tuft paper, which helps to polarize the device. Switch on the applicator. The red indicator light shows when the unit is switched on, and gently move your model over the metal plate. Always switch off after use and allow the glue to dry. Then gently brush off any excess grass fibers, which can then be reused. That's the good stuff about that. Anything that gets spilt out grass-wise, always scoop it back up into a box, into a tub to reuse. So, thank you very much, Barnabas Junction, for the $1.99 super chat. That's very generous of you. Thank you much indeed. So, I've never ever. This is brand new. Please peel back to ensure the metal plate is visible. So it's a bit of an unboxing on this video, on this tonight's stream. Now this is where I suppose it's going to be the most difficult bit. Is getting this sheeting off the top of here. Please peel back to ensure the metal plate is visible. All I would do, but I take it just means. Is there a plastic sheet on it? I don't know. I actually don't know. So I'm not sure whether it means peel this white label back. Whether, I don't think there is. Let me just quickly look at the paper because I don't actually know. No, I think that stays on there. If anybody else knows, is that a plastic cover on there? Thank you very much, Flymo, for the links. Trees J2 as what's that then? What are they just making tufts? What's that? Just looking back through the chat. Loud and clear. Thank you very much. I have got the microphone right close to me, so it shouldn't be picking up the train sounds too much. Reasonably warm and no wind here. It's been a bit breezy here, and it's a bit of drizzle, but nothing spectacular. I really need to use my progress box more. Great bit of kit. Well, this is totally new to me. I haven't got a clue. Would help if I had something to cut that as well. Let me just get a pair of snips. There we go. Here's one I made earlier. We'll cut that off. Out of the way, and I need to open, lift up, and pull out. Helps if I've got some nails, doesn't it? There we go. So pulled out. 9-volt battery. Here's one I made earlier. And make sure we put it in the right way around. Where's the positive? All right, positive is that side. Simple as that. And that slides in there. And that's it. And without touching anything, just leave that to one side. Yes, we have light. We have power. I'll just turn that back off. Right. This is where the fun is. I'm going to moved that out of the way because I don't need that there. So what I'm going to do, let's have a look at the chat because I've stopped it. Trees 2 are easy. Simmons Trains, loving the DB Schenker 37 on the layout. Simon, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. Jason, take the plastic off. Thank you very much, Ollie. So I've no idea. I'm not going to look an absolute fool now. I'm trying to get something that's off that doesn't come off. Should have checked this out before I went on stream, really. I'm not actually seeing that there's a plastic film on there. Just bear with me. Yeah, it's coming off. That was very well protected. So yeah, there we go. It's coming off. Thank you very much for informing me of that. I say very amateur. Don't usually know what I'm doing because it's all new to me. So there we go. That's all new plate there on show. Thank you for the assistance. Let's have a look at. Makes sense now. Thanks. Just changing over. Oh, Benton Road. You're in as Benton Road now. Thank you very much, Jack. Kevin Shawbridge Junction. Hello. Welcome to Pennington. Also, Pennington TMD. Up well and onwards. I hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. Oh, talking of that, actually, has anyone seen my little video of the cleanup? Now, it was recorded about 2 days after the show where confetti cannons were let off. I completely forgot to finish the editing of it, so I got it done for you guys to have a good laugh at. Charleston Eastgate, good evening to you. You need any help, just drop me a message. Okie dokie, no problem. Thank you very much. Chelmsford Junction, Pete, good evening, mate. How are you? Hope you are very well. David Atkins, British Columbia, good evening to you. I did see you say hi earlier. Apologies for not replying till now. Crossways Junction, plastic off, by the way. Yes, thank you. Everyone's Shanks, take the plastic off. Love the cleanup video of the confetti bombs. Yeah, it was a bit of fun. It's more fun if you test it out live. Yeah, because that's where everything goes wrong. Everything goes wrong on a live stream. The reminiscence of an old party, the confetti cleanup. Yeah, it was funny. Moreland Model Railway, Andy. Hi, Andy. Hope you're well. Also, Steve, Route 7 Railway. Thanks for joining us. Not seen you for a while. Hope you are well. Hope the family are too. Yes, did that video made me laugh before I even clicked on it. Simon, yeah, you did comment on it. You saw the thumbnail. And yeah, thank you very much for that wonderful super chat. All super chats obviously go towards future video content, helping towards bringing this content to you and getting some products. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to need any more seafoam, but I am currently looking at loads more static grasses and flock and scatters from WWS. And also, what else was I looking at? Oh, some flowers and things like that. So yeah, all your stuff will come towards these videos, and you'll see what the funding has gone towards in future episodes of these YouTube Tuesday, and also videos of the main channel as well. King Fox Junction, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Somerset Andy, hi, great to see you, mate. Right, caught up with chat. You're all still chatting away to yourselves, right? So now I've seen Martyn using an alternative instead of using the clip, but I'm going to go with what the instructions say. Jason, landscape on cam 2 looks really well. Good. Nice work. You added some more trees. Yes, thank you very much. I will move the camera to another position very shortly to give you a better close-up look, but I'll just leave it there for now. Yes, I should show, and the little trees I will do, because I've got a few more places. When I come round to that Chelmswood, I will do that, and it does involve the static grass layering spray. Thank you very much, Charleston. Right. Let's let's find, because we're going to be just messing about, because I've never done this before, so we're going to be messing about with this foam. I want to find a piece that's quite bushy already without it being flat. There's a nice piece. That's a nice piece. So, as Martyn does suggest, knock off the seed. Oh, I just broke a piece off it. Knock off the seeds, and also trim off bits that you don't actually want. So I've got a pair of snips just to give a nice, good, clean cut. So I don't want that piece. But now, don't get rid of your little bits because they come in handy for bushes. We'll take that one off, and we'll take that one off. Oh, and I've cut through the stem. There we go. So it's getting nice and small. Might be easier if I just tear them off instead of snipping them. And we'll take that one off as well. In fact, that might be a bit small, actually. Tell you what, we'll go for a bit of a larger piece. Something like that. See if we can bush it out a bit. Because we're just trialing it. No, that's no good. Now, try to find a really nice piece. Something that will show its effect off really well. Tell you what, we're going to go for a big piece. Do you know what? We'll go for a big piece. That's a nice piece. Let's get rid of the loose bits. Let's move all that to one side. Take that one off. Keep hold of that. So there we go. These are fragile. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just trim the very top of that off. There we go. And there's a few loose bits. Get them off. They're not attached. There we go. A little bit. So we'll go for quite a large piece actually on this. There we go. That's one piece that we're going to use. And let's have a look. What have we got? Now, obviously, this is sent the little tub of glue that's in the top in this, but I'm going to use the layering spray for this, because I've seen the results that Martyn does on his channel, and I think this is really good. So, in there, okay. So I'll just place that down for a moment, and we'll use the sample packs. Let's have a look what we've got. And we want a bit of a darker. So I've no idea what size these are. Yeah. Right, we're going to switch it on without electrocuting myself. Right, so we're on. So this is where it could all go wrong. And I can straight away, it's doing something. I'll just turn that off a second, actually, because what I haven't done, just break them up. Okay, get the lid out of the way. So I'm just off camera. I'm just going to spray this. Right, so that's now sprayed. Now this is the first time I've ever done this, so wish me luck. Here we go. Hold on to the flip. It's working. It's working. It's doing something. Not much, but it's doing something. Just having a look. Yeah, it's doing something. Turn it off a second. Take that off there. It is doing something. Make sure that's neutralized. What I think I need to do is break these balls up. They're staying in balls. Can you use horse hairspray instead? You can, but the thing with a hairspray is it's not a glue. It's a temporary thing. So hairspray breaks down after few hours. So whatever you've done with hairspray eventually will just dissipate, and whatever you do will then fall off. A lot of people do say use hairspray, but it has its limited capabilities. So I'm just going to another spray in. There we go. It's all loose now. Yes, we've got action. Wow. Well, that didn't take much doing. I'll put the light back on. That worked. Ooh, need some more on there. So I've never used this before, so if I'm doing it wrong, please tell me. Just make sure. All right. Just break these balls up. Definitely recommend this. This is brilliant. Highly brilliant, this. Never used this before, ever. Right, here we go again. Just give it another spray. There we go. We'll do it at the top. Sides. Down the back. That's quite effective. Thank you, Martin, for supplying this. This is brilliant. Right. I'll just take that off. Just make sure that's neutralized. Dust off there. So using the box. Camera's frozen. So I'm not sure if you can still hear me. The camera has frozen, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. I think it's back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that camera into full screen. I'm just going to drop that one off. So hopefully you can see me again. Also, let's just change that into, yeah, it's in 720. Laggy camera. Oh dear. Not sure. Oh, right. I know what it is. I know what it is. It could be the static grass box that's doing it, because it does it on Martin. Still froze my end. Right, let me just try something. Apologies about this. Got some issues. We have had a few internet issues recently, so it might be down to that. So just in case, I do have an Ethernet cable here. Plug that in, see if that improves things. And what I'm also going to do is stop the trains. So I can move that out of the way. Bear with it. We'll see if it's improves. Still frozen. Are we back? Oh, I'll just put that in front of the camera. Doesn't look like how's everyone doing. So it looks like we're struggling. I have moved the camera. It's very laggy, isn't it? Wonder what's the cause of that. First time I've had any internet issues, just like a screenshot every now and then. Is the audio okay? You just let me know in the chat if the audio's okay. Right, so audio is fine. I'm just gonna I'll just drop the camera off. It would seem there's an internet issue. Oh, yeah, so audio is fine. I know the camera is absolutely working fine. I wonder if the other camera is okay. So what I'm going to do. Right, sorry, you can hear me now. The only problem is I'm going to hear myself. Take that off. Oh, it sorted itself out. Let me take that away. There we go. Right, so for some reason it's decided to sort itself out. Yay! Where were we? Let's put the light back on. So yeah, that's the outcome. You should have audio now. Should be all right on the audio. Apologies about that. So there we go. That's using the box. First trial. We will be doing a lot more of this over time. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? That was using the darker. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap off all the loose, spray it, not too much. Just leave that there. I'm going to put a little bit of the lighter stuff over it now, especially over the top. Okay, switch it on. This is where it'll mess the camera up again, probably. Keep your fingers off it. You basically just hover it over and it will just attach itself wherever it needs to be. Oh yeah. So what I can do then is with this, because I want to do some like overgrown bushes and stuff, this will come up quite well for then. Oh, that's actually quite good. I'll just use up what's there. I will then turn the box off. Just glue that down so it doesn't move. There we go. And now we've added another layer of lighter. Now what I can do now is with this is quite good now for bushes. I can now get little bits off this. So I can grab, let's grab a piece. Grab this bit down here at the bottom. I can then snap that off and I've got myself a little bit of a hawthorn bush. Like so. Oop, trying to remember where the camera is. So get myself a little bit of a hawthorn bush, and that can go on the layout in the new scenic area. And again, we can just pull little bits off like that. So I'll just place them to one side. I don't want to lose these now. These are really good. So yeah, highly recommend. Look at that. That's a brilliant one. Recommend this for anybody. Link is in the description for the channel. Don't worry, I've got the window on the catch, so it is well ventilated up here. Didn't want to open it fully because it's a bit windy out there. So yeah, I'm going to keep hold of. Oh, I'm going to keep hold of that. I'm not going to break any more off. I could actually use that itself, that big piece, as a huge bush on the scenic area. So I'm going to keep hold. In fact, I'm going to go and take these over now. I'm not going to glue them down. I'm just going to place them. Bear with me, and then I'll bring the camera over. Because you haven't seen what I've been doing. So I'm going to place these few little bits. Just place them, put them in a place here, there, and everywhere. That looks good there. I like that there. That's good. Nice and overgrown. So let me bring this camera over here now. Let me move that out of the way. Now the camera's working again. Hopefully you can see down there now. Let me just move that out of the way. So I've just literally, I'll get something to point with. Something you can see where I'm pointing. So I've literally just stuck two little pieces there. I've not glued them in, obviously. Just stuck them under there because I want to quite very overgrown. As I've stated, this whole area that I've been working on. Now, since last week, I have done a lot of bushes, and I've done grassing and overgrown bits along the fencing. After that dried in place, I've been doing some of the overgrowth. Let me bring the camera a bit further in so you can see. There we go. So I've been doing the other end of the bridge, and there's a couple of the pieces there I've just literally done, and they can go in there, and I'll do more around that to create an overgrown look. This will all be brambles and overgrown. Eventually, I've done little bits to start it off. If you remember from last week where we were up to, and I've just stuck a little tiny bit there as well. And I will do with this. I will cut the snippets bit off, and I will work putting lots of brambles all the way along there so it'll be nice and overgrown looking. So just take you for a closer look at the line side, if it'll show. Obviously, there's no ballast down yet, so there will be right up to the track edge will be covered in ballast, but you can see the overgrown look that I've produced up the fencing. Well, that was with the 4mm patchy, that was, because it needs to be dead looking and up along the railway line. I think the bridge just looks really well there. Bridge is still, it's movable, it can be moved out the way, and that's still yet to be painted up in its designated colour. But with this stuff, I'm really going to enjoy really making some great brambles all the way along this there. And then once that bit's done, we will then progress further down, continuing with the overgrown looking theme with trees and bushes and stuff like that. And yes, Chelmsford Junction was mentioning about the Chinese trees. And those ones that are at the back there, how to make them not look plastic. They are actually plastic trees, and that's simply just layering spray and then dipped into a bowl of scatters, and the same scatters actually that are used to sprinkle over the bushes here. See the colouring in the bushes? It's the same scatters that I've used for that as well, and also along here too on the edge. But yeah, really pleased with how the scene is coming along, and it just if that just there, the blue background of the wallpaper really gives a distant sky scene, especially as the trees in the background go smaller and smaller. So lots of brambles to be added. So I'm going to have a lot of fun sticking those on. Let's now bring the camera back over to us. So apologies if I'm throwing you all over the place. Just got to get the camera back into position. So let's have a look at chat. John Dawson, thank you so very much. That's very generous of you, donating 25 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. That will definitely go towards some superb future scenic products. For showing, I'm just going to lower this camera down because I always look at it too high up, I think. Double fences was a good shout last night. Yes, very much indeed it is. I'm very pleased with that. I'm just going to scroll back through the chat because of turn that box off. No, it wasn't. It might have been the box, but I've used the box since, and it's all fine now. I think it was literally the computer having a moment with the camera. Second colour and some leaf scatter jobs are good indeed. So that's something else. I'm looking at some reds, yellows. Oh yes, yellows, because what time of the year is it? It's March, February into March. What do we have? Lots of right now. I know I'm doing like a bit of an autumn scene, but I want to throw a bit of colour in. And I thought, why not get some daffodils? Produce some daffodils. So that is something I'm going to see if I can make some daffodils, big like flower beds, and I may put them towards the station side. So yes, good call on the colours. The spray is strong. I can smell it in the bedroom. It's strong, but it doesn't last very long. It does dissipate quite well. It's good glue, but quite expensive. It might be expensive, but you've seen how much I've used, and that is still full. I've hardly used any of it. You're surprised actually how much of this stuff you don't use, and it'll go a long way. Well worth it, considering it will go a long way. I need pine trees. Train Freak pine trees. They were off eBay, I think, or were they off Amazon? Not sure if these will be actually any decent on size. These are small. There's me. There's one of those little screwdrivers, and that's how big the conifer is. So they are quite small. Good for distance shots, getting force perspective. And that was a big bag. Yeah, it says made in China. Big bag. Used about half of them. I think there was 50 in there. I've used about half of them, and they were a couple of pounds, I think. Let me move these out of the way. Have a quick drink. Let's catch up on the chat. Yeah, it's like a strong smell of carpet glue, and it stays. To be honest, this doesn't. The smell of carpet glue does stay for ages, but this stuff doesn't. I can hardly smell it now. And I have a shout out. Flymo says Crossways. If anybody of the moderators feel like just doing random shout outs, feel free to do so. Train Freak, well, I got to head back to work. Trees looking good. Thank you very much. We'll catch you later. I'm going to go back to the chat quite a lot. Wow, that's filling in well, Jason. Thank you very much, Flymo. I'm back, says Bamford. Good idea, John. Very good. In fact, there was a message. Purchase of a fan so you don't gas your wife and the cat. I've just read that. Thanks, John. Jason, Jason, don't forget your shout outs. Thank you, Leamington. I indeed won't do. Just trying to decide on what the next shout out is actually going to be. What did you use for the path? I used I've got it here somewhere. This is, I haven't got the card on it. This is Pico mud. It's like a wood chipping, really. I can't remember what it was called, but it's really old. I got it at an exhibition, I think, for £1. There's a big bag, and I used that. Let's get it on the screen. And then I sprinkled a tiny bit of, if I can find it, there it is, of medium grey blend ballast, into it to give it that gravel look, because this is really tiny stuff, and that's great for doing paths. It's not just for your railways. So that's how I created the path. When did you get the bridge from? The bridge was from a model railway exhibition. It was only £1. Jason, it should go towards a fan so you don't get I can put you onto a company that makes DAFs, Jace. Oh, right, okay. But I want to have a go at myself. Snowdrops can't be easy to do, Charleston. Yeah, it's originally, I think it is a Dapol footbridge. Jason said, by family, don't catch it. Junction there about £7. Yes, a different angle on the back scenes, middle distance. Jets Model Railways, please, Jason. Is it the green one with the Dapple sign? I think so, yeah. I'll say that was it was second hand. It only cost me £1. It was already built apart from the two sections are separated, and it just fits that really well. Yes. I've just read what someone's just asked, and that is going to be my plan, I think. Yes, but Jason has left out one of the sides so it fits on the banking. Yes, it is. He's not on here. He really deserves a shout out. Who's that? Your model, I think he's 11. Jack's Model Railway. Oh, right, I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. Johnson, got to run, everyone. I need to get back to work. Take care. Thank you very much, John. Thank you for dropping in. Yes, and Flymo, you've just beaten me to it because of Scenics, I feel that's a scrap line he has here, and he does love his Scenics, and he has done an absolutely superb job of his layout already. We're going to have the second shout out to be the master of Scenics, one of the masters of Scenics out there, Scrapline. So please, everyone, if you're not already, I know he's got lots of subscribers already, but if there's anybody here that is not yet subscribed to the Scrapline, you need to be. And go and check out his back catalogue of videos, because they are well worth finding some great information on Scenics. He is modelling Exeter St David's, and he's pretty much modelling it brick for brick, stone for stone, tree for tree, bush for. It's fantastic, even down to the river that he's recreated. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, go check out Scrapline. If you really do like your Scenics, please go check him out. It's well worth it. Remember, when you do interact with the channel, leave some likes, comments, and when obviously hit the bell, select all, because if you leave it as it is, YouTube decide when they want to give you a notifications. But if you change it to all, you'll get all notifications, a bit like what it used to be like before YouTube decided to change it. Flymo's Leamington saying the link that Flymo's posted isn't working. Okie dokie. Simon says, I have watched some of Scrapline's videos and they are awesome, but do need to catch up. Yeah, I think I've got about 2 or 3 I need to catch up on. I'm well behind on videos. There we go. Flymo's done it again. Thank you very much to Flymo for that. So what do you think, guys? What do you think about this grass box? Now, when someone is saying about any waste, gather it up. So I'm just dusting that off. I'm going to place that down. Definitely recommend this. Get your hands on one. If you like to do Scenics, you like playing with, well, even fake trees, playing with seafoam, this is well worth getting your hands on. I will be having a lot of fun with it. So, the only downside I see about it is all your grass does flirt everywhere. What I might do, see all that there, save all that. Yeah, look at all that I can gather. That pile there. Reuse that. Don't let anything go to waste. So yeah, it does go everywhere. So I'm gonna get a little pot. Yes, and I've got a little pot there. So if you've got cats, get yourself down to B&M's and buy them some treats. And when they've finished them, keep the tubs because they are brilliant. These are really good tubs for modelling. Big, thick tubs, and we can use them to save our spare bits and bobs. I know it's not much in a big tub like that, but it keeps it nice and protected. So in fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put those little bags in there as well. It's great little tubs. If you've got cats, get yourself some of these little treats. They do them in salmon and chicken. I've got 3 tubs. I've got 6 cats, and these love these treats. But the bonus thing of it is you get a nice little tub for your modelling bits and bobs afterwards. Oh. Look at the chat again. He's had that mouse mat for years. What, my mouse mat? Who's asking about my mouse mat? If I ever met Scrapline, I'd steal all his trees. Yeah. Leamington, that's better. It's great little idea. Can I borrow it? Idea. I think it's really good. I'm going to get one. I have to pay for mine, I think. Yes, I say Martin did very, very kindly and generously without. I was shocked. He just said, I'll send you one of these. Have a go. See what you think. I just washed my Chinese tubs. Yeah, that's Chinese takeaway tubs. If you have a lot, you have to have a lot of time to takeaways. For me, $2.99. The cats love them. I'm happy, and I get a nice tub at the when they're finished. I had the mouse mat for me. Yeah, there's my mouse mat. If you want to know, I got that from the DRS Open Day. Anyone would think I'm a DRS fan, wouldn't you? And you know that my cat's been rumbled. That's what she's watching this and left. Bamford Junction, check out Jumble Lane Printing. Yes, indeed. Jumble Lane Printing is the producer of my station back scene. Absolutely superb. You're very welcome, Scrapline. Very welcome indeed. I use hot chocolate tubs. Yeah, good idea. Cat noodles. I just realized I was about 4 minutes behind on the stream. Yes, if you are a little bit behind on the stream, you just tap on your screen and in the bottom right hand corner, where it says live, there's no red dot. If there's a grey dot, it means you're not watching the live stream. If you tap on the word live, it'll jump you back up to where you are right now. Not really. I thought you were a DB fan. Okay. Right, so Seafoam, this was from Gauge Master originally. I've had it for many years. I will for next week get this soaked in some warm water. Martin has suggested. Get it so it bushes back out again and frees itself up, and get it all dried out, ready for next week. And we'll have some fun with working on doing the brambles. Really fun. I'm going to be doing some. Just have a play around, but I'm going to be doing all the brambles and stuff, getting some nice bit of colour in there, and I'm going to be looking at further moving along on what steps to be doing for next week. What's this now? Moderator sort him out. Yeah. He hates DB. Yeah, I do. He's retracted the message. Oh dear, Leamington. Oh, you guys are fantastic. You guys are fine. It's great to have you here every week. Have a good laugh. Was loving that DB Schenker logo on Western Junction's live stream earlier. Yes, she's got a few on there. I do like the. If I had to choose between DB and EWS Maroon, I'd have to go with EWS Maroon. That is much better. And I have got some EWS, by the way. There's, in fact, on the back of that 37. There's a couple of EWS wagons on there. Thank you very much, Flymo. Crossway's just posting the link in. So yeah, feel free, Flymo, if you want to post the links for any other channels, feel free to do so. Also, what I also want to mention is, don't forget, obviously, subscribe to the channel. I've been looking at the watches of the channel, and 73% of viewers who have been watching the channel not subscribed. So please subscribe. It's completely free to subscribe. If you want to go one step further, you're quite welcome to. You don't have to. You can join as a channel supporting member. Links are in the description below. You can just click on there, or if you can quite happily, if you want to, you can use the PayPal me link. Send any donations whatsoever to obviously aid towards future things here on the layout to show to you on these streams. Also, what I want to mention is MRYCG are doing a 24-hour around the world live stream event. If you do like doing live streams and you're free, the date has been pushed back a couple of times now because it was a bit early on a bit late on announcing it going ahead, but they're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream event. What that is there's 24 hours in a day. And what we want to do is have every hour of the 24 hours filled with a live stream of anything to do with your model railways. You can be doing running session, you can do scenics, you can be doing painting, you can just do chatter, running trains, anything you want. Just do it for an hour, maybe even 2 hours, or even just half an hour. You're quite welcome to. There is a file in the group already. If you're not a member, make sure you join MRYCG Facebook group. There is a file in the group with the schedule already, and it's about half filled already. The date now proposed will be the first Sunday in April. It was going to be the last Sunday in March, but that's actually the date that the clocks go forward, and we would have lost an hour. But no worries, we'll get on, because it would have actually started straight away at midnight, and we'd have lost an hour straight away. So we've moved it to the following weekend. If you do live streaming, and you don't even need to have 1,000 subscribers to live stream, you can use StreamYard, which is what we're using here. That gets you around the 1,000 subscriber streaming option. So if you want to do a live stream, get into the MRYCG Facebook group and get yourself registered for a time slot where all you have to do is whatever you want in an hour or two, half an hour, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you obviously put in the file when you edit the schedule file, the time that you want to do. And we look forward to it. The only thing you need to do is near the end of your stream, just tell everybody where they need to go to watch the next live stream in the 24-hour live stream event. Simple as that. Nothing else is required, and it's completely free to do it. So I hope you will all, if you are not already, would like to join in, or if not, watch the live stream. You obviously can't stay up for 24 hours. So obviously, because it's around the world, there will be modelers from New Zealand, Australia, Africa, America, Canada, Germany. I think there's somebody from Slovakia. I think there was somebody what is going to register. Can't remember. I know there's someone from Italy who's going to be joining on it. So yeah, it's going to be around the world, all in different languages, all in different types of modeling, all in different types of scale. So we look forward to having you on board or watching these live streams. The full schedule, once it is filled, will be published for the public, and there will be a reminder video going out very soon on that channel, the MRYCG channel, and on the group and page very soon to just remind people about it. So there we go. Yeah, that would be great, Donegal. Dad, live from the museum and a tour. Fantastic idea, Donegal. Very top marks, Mark. Do you use StreamYard rather than OBS? Depending on what I'm doing. On this, I use StreamYard at the moment. I have used OBS in the past. I use OBS I have been doing that for my train sim videos. But for this, it's more practical, obviously for multicams and obviously bringing other guests in. But I know you can use StreamYard within OBS as well, but StreamYard is very power hungry, so you need a good system to run it. I saw someone, there will be someone on a stream from the Iberian Islands. Fantastic. I say I'm not fully up to date on all that are joining in, but there will be people from around the world. Benson, do you have an email? I'm sure he does. I could do it live from, yeah, we've read that. I would like to join Banford. Then make sure you get yourself registered on the schedule. How do you connect StreamYard to YouTube? You just literally tell it to connect to your YouTube account. That is it. Eagle Creek, I'm in it, mate. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Eagle Creek. I'm looking forward to your stream. By the way, my shout out for the stream is Barnabas Junction. Rightio. Yes, go on then. We'll have Barnabas Junction as the final shout out for tonight. Now, he's been speaking to me a lot in the last few days, asking for a lot of advice, and well, it's not, I can't really give advice. It's just because I know nothing. Anybody else? So yeah, Banford Road. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's in the. I know he's in the chat. He keeps chatting away. Banford Junction. Sorry, there we go. Banford Junction. You are the third shout out for tonight. Remember, when I do these shout outs, you've got to be in the chat to receive a shout out. So yeah, Banford Junction. You are shout out number 3 for this evening's show. Just looking at the time. Yes, he says, there you go. And there's your email address to get in touch with Benton Road. So thank you very much. Flymo is in there straight on the nose with the link for Banford Junction membership. When you do, you have to you make sure you interact with the channel. I found myself I've been kicked off some channels because YouTube thinks I've not interacted with them enough, and I've had to go through my subscription list and find people that YouTube have taken me off their channels. So yeah, make sure you interact with the channel, subscribe to it if you like what you see, and then remember to click the bell and select all for the notifications. So guys, what do you think? Do you like the static grass box? I certainly do. I'm quite impressed. I'll tell you what, that's set quite well, that is. Yeah, that's quite good. That quite. So I'm going to enjoy cracking on with making some hawthorn bushes with this. In fact, if you're doing hawthorn bushes, what I would suggest is this sea foam. I wouldn't take the seeds off because they look like berries. I quite like that. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. The seeds of the sea foam, it's very shaky. They look like berries. So that's a fantastic bit of hawthorn bush there. And that's I'm going to be doing a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it's a tree. It can be a tree, or it can be a bush. As this is quite flat at the bottom. If I do that, nice bush, hawthorn bush to go out on the layout. Love it loads. So many thanks to Martin at WWS Scenics. He will be on his weekly live stream tomorrow from 10 a.m. Go and check it out. He's going to be working a lot more with trees and the static grass box. He's going to be doing some more demonstrations. So please pop over. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, then indeed do so. And also, Andy will say, I really want to try that now. Definitely, Andy, you need to check one of these out. Yes, it seems to be a handy extension of the static bases with the grasses. Looking good. We'll have to give it a go. Highly recommend it. Well, I think, I can't remember the price. If anyone knows the prices of these, then please do post in the chat. I've not looked to see how much this particular one that have been sent is. But again, huge thank you from Martin for just out of the blue sending it to me. I was quite shocked when he said he was sending it, and I was like, wow, thank you very much, and I will make great use of it. And we'll move on from there. Jace, spray some of the sea foam with brown spray paint. It seals the sea foam and makes it more pliable. I did think about that, but I suppose it depends on what type of tree or bush you're really looking for. I quite like it as it is, but yeah, you can do that. You could, before you put any of the scatters or sprays on it, the grasses or anything on it, before you attach them, put in any glue, give it a spray of a brownish paint, give it a more of a wood-like oaky colour, that sort of thing. Love it. I'm just looking at it now on my screen and just thinking to myself, that does look like a tree. That is really, really good. I'm super impressed. Matthew Finton, good evening, Jason, from a poorly Matthew from Summit. Oh, wishing you all the best. Get well soon, pal. Stay safe, matey. So if I just grab like a previous piece, that's what it started as, and that's how we finish. So you can see the difference it makes. That's a good visualization there. So that's the seafoam pre-sprayed, and that's once we've applied. Very, very impressed. Thank you very much, Flymo. He's on the ball tonight. Fantastic. Right, so that's about it. Is it? Can we say that seafoam is any good for railway modelling? I will 100% agree. Yes, it is, and it might look quite expensive, but this stuff will go a long, long way. I cannot remember actually how much this amount cost me. I've had this for nearly 18 months, 2 years. I'll just pan you down so you see how much I've actually got. That is quite a large amount, as you can see. And you can grow it yourself, you know. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this stuff. I hope you will too. Along the way, join in. What I'm going to be looking at doing is over the next few episodes, I'm going to be inviting others onto the stream to join me live on stream while you're doing some modelling yourselves. So look out in future episodes. The Gauge Master box is around 20 quid. Cheers, Scrapline, because this is the Gauge Master 1. I couldn't remember how much it was. I think I had an Amazon gift voucher, and this is, if I remember, this is what I used to purchase it. I had it for Christmas or something, or a birthday it was, and I used it to buy this quite some time ago. I think I paid £18 for a box called Forest in a Box. Can you mention tomorrow's live stream with Hornby? Yes, Andy Hudson. I think you just mentioned it, but I'll mention it myself. Tomorrow also from 2 p.m, the Worley Facebook page and YouTube channel. Andy Hudson there is your host on their Worley Wednesdays. They will have Hornby, Simon Collier and Montana, and also I can't remember his name, Mike from Signal Box. That's it. Mike from Signal Box will also be on the Worley Wednesday live stream tomorrow from 2 p.m. So put that in your reminders. Go to the channel, click reminder so you don't miss out on that. It's certainly going to be something well worth watching. I'm looking forward to it. The Forest in the Box is the Woodland Scenics one, Digger says Scrapline. There we go. So it's the same stuff. It's the Woodland Scenics version. Tim, please don't watch me. Enough pressures doing lessons. Oh, super duper. So I think what we'll do, I'll stick that in there. There we go, guys. Thank you very much for everybody for today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for the super chats. Also, remember, if you want to be a channel member, join via the link available down below. Super chats, all your donations goes towards getting some more products like this to show on these streams. So huge thanks to all of you today have very greatly donated. So I hope you are all stay safe, stay well. We look forward to exhibitions coming in the next few months' time, and we'll go from there. fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So that's about the end of it for tonight. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us. I hope you all stay safe, stay well. I'll see you tomorrow on WWS Scenics live stream and also on the Worley live stream tomorrow at 2. So the WWS one is at 10 a.m. and Worley's at 2 p.m. I look forward to seeing you there. So until next time, take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and best of all, keep on modelling. Bye for now.